Part one of replacing the snake eyes suit. So what we're going to want to do is take off all these accessories. I usually put them in a T-pose, and then if you go to the back, there is a little clip here in the back for where the sheath is, and that is a common issue with the Mezco snake eyes. Either way, you just have to glue it back on if it does break off. There should be a little tab here. You can heat it up to pop it off a little bit more easy. And then in the back right pouch, there is a peg. You can undo that, and then you should be able to slide these down once the boots and the gauntlets are popped off. So get your hair dryer of your choice or your heating method of choice, and then you're going to want to heat up the gauntlets and the boots to then pop it off, and you should look like this when it's done. The leg accessory should be able to slide right off, and then you're good to go. Part two, suit removal. All right, get you your scissors or your seam ripper of choice, and then what you're going to want to do is go to the back of the figure, spread the fabric apart a little bit to expose a thread, and then just cut it to where it's loose, and then pull the fabric apart away from each other. And then usually I like to put the arms forward and then pull out the sleeves. This just happened to pull out the forearm as well, but I'll pop that back in later. And then you're going to want to then just work the suit off of the body itself. This one particularly has threads that are sewn around it, so you're going to want to find it, cut the one that is sewn around the peg, and that will then release the pant opening, and then do it for the other side as well. And then this is what the body looks like without the stock suit. Part three, replacing the suit. All right, get your Flashpoint custom suit. Get the body that you just took all the suits off and the accessories off, and then you're going to want to put it in feet first in the back with the slit in the fabric. Push the fabric all the way down. It should be sewn into a point where it kind of stops with the pegs on the feet, and then you're going to want to just work the suit up. I like to put the hands in the front and then slide the sleeves over with the fabric in the front. Don't worry, this fabric's very stretchy. You won't harm it whatsoever. And then once you're at this point, I like to then put the arms in a T-pose because it'll pull the fabric up a bit easier. Slide the sleeves down to where it rests over the peg, and then try to line up the seam to where it's like flat with the bicep. That will be best. And then just work the suit around to where it's fitted, and this is how it should look. All right, part four, ladder stitching the back. So get your thread and your needle of choice, thread the thread through the needle, tie a couple of knots. I like to do 2 or 3 because the fabric is stretchy, and so like if the knot is too small, it'll go through the fabric. Trim any excess threads once you've knotted it, and then what you're gonna wanna do is kind of make it look like a ladder. So you're gonna go under, from the underside of the suit at the very bottom, pull the thread through, and then you're going to go directly across on the other side of the fabric from the outside, and then poke it in, and then come out the other side, and then pull the thread through, and then you're just going to repeat. You work your way up right to left the same way. The only difference is, you know, you're starting with that one. It starts behind the suit rather than going from the top of the suit. Every 4th or 5th like ladder rung, if you will, I like to then pull the thread just to get it tight and see what I'm working with as I'm sewing it up instead of doing it at the end. And then I just continue to ladder stitch all the way to the top of the figure.
Tell me what's the vibe. Tell me what's the vibe.
All right, and then once you're close to the end or at a stopping point at the top of the figure, after all the ladder rungs have been stitched, if you will, I like to then pull the thread to one side and kind of hold it with my thumb, and then go from the underside of where that last hole is that you just pierced, and then go from the underside of the suit and push the needle through the loop, tying a knot essentially. So I do this twice, usually, just to make it extra strong whenever I'm done sewing it. And then you just clip the excess thread, and then you should be good to go. You can then put the arms down from the suit, and then you should be good to go, checking it and see if it hinders in any way. And then this is how the suit should look with the figure once you just do the reverse order of heating all the accessories and putting them back on.